He's looking bad. He's looking hella bad.
Thousands of wrestling fans set to take over the Las Vegas Valley and Allegiant Stadium this weekend for Wrestlemania 42, the Super Bowl of wrestling, Saturday and Sunday night. Tonight, News 3 goes in depth.
It's all bad. It's all bad. Listen, if Triple H is still here before after 2026, I'm gonna be shocked. There's reports that Vince may come back. It's a lot of moving parts behind the scenes right now. Okay, so the word is that Vince is getting a bunch of investors to buy back his shares from TKO so he can be the majority owner. So I would not be surprised if this happens.
Depth on those ticket prices, as some people are saying they're getting a raw deal. Our Andrew DeMuro investigating what may be behind this surge in pricing, and he joins us live outside of Allegiant Stadium. Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Dana. Yeah, the fans that we spoke to say that going to wrestling's biggest event has certainly put a chokehold on their wallets for the last couple of years. But the good news is that the experts that we also spoke to this afternoon believe that the WWE has gotten its memo from its base. How many WrestleManias have you been to?
This is my 6th one. This is my 14th WrestleMania. We were here last year, and we were at 39, and we were at 31.
It's like a big sacrifice coming here, to be honest, for me. And it's a year. I have to give money for a year.
Wrestling fans are some of the most loyal in all of sports entertainment, but they will admit the rising cost to attend WrestleMania 42 is body slamming their pocketbooks.
When we heard it was coming back and the prices, we were like, we can't do it. But we took advantage of the last minute discounts.
They knocked the ticket prices down 25%. Now imagine if you bought tickets at full price, only for two months later for them to come back and say, well, we're knocking it down 25%, but you pay full price. Jesus,
WWE recently held a last-minute 25% discount for tickets. This follows a reported dip in sales compared to last year's record-breaking event. Economic experts say the dip is in response to the surge in prices over the last few years.
Since the merger, especially of WWE and UFC into TKO, there's been a deliberate strategy to raise the ticket prices.
Brandon Thurston is with Wrestlenomics.com, a site that tracks the economics of wrestling, like event cost and attendance. He says the average sold price of a ticket for WrestleMania has jumped from just under $200 a few years ago to last year's average of more than $600.
$635, y'all. WrestleMania 41 was $635. WrestleMania 40 was $341. Jeez. That's insane. 2023, it was $169. That's nasty. That is nasty work.
He adds there are a number of factors as to why attendance may be down this year. Same location, no John Cena retirement, and less positivity about the product. Thurston believes the organization has gotten the memo.
And a lot of fans were vocal feeling.
No. When Triple H told fans, hey, you don't like the direction that we're going, fuck off. Okay. And they did.
They're being gouged. But I think that at the same time, they're sort of it feels like they're reaching their ceiling about what they can get away with charging.
Fans hope so too.
You wait till the day of, those tickets go down, but they'll learn. TKO will learn. Hopefully.
Yeah, well, Dana, we were checking Ticketmaster just most recently in the last couple of hours. We saw that a ringside ticket for Saturday's event is around $16,000. Once again, that's ringside
$16,000.
seats. For all those in the back, the nosebleeds, it's going to run you around $200 or so.
Still $200. That's a lot of money, especially for the worst seats in the house for this thing going on Saturday and Sunday nights. But you and I were talking in the newsroom before you left to go out to Allegiant Stadium, and you say ticket sales are down this year compared to last year when we held the same event.
Yeah, they're not going to make a capacity. I think they were limiting capacity to 40,000 seats for roughly both nights. And that's a far cry from WrestleMania 40.
Yeah, that's right, Dana. We were talking to Brandon Thurston from Wrestlenomics, from what you saw in our story. He mentioned that ticket sales are down around 9,000 compared to the same time frame this year. Compared to the same time frame from last year, I should say. Yeah, down 9,000. There you go. And high ticket prices probably the reason. And Andrew, we appreciate that. Maybe there's a little WrestleMania fatigue in our community too, because for the first time since the late 1980s, a city will host this event 2 years in a row. We're getting a first look at the economic impact from last year's event, according to TKO, which owns WWE. Last year's WrestleMania in Vegas had an economic output of more than $322 million. The event paid $122 million in salaries and wages. Officials also say it supported more than 2,600 local.
Okay, so the lineup is pretty weak. It's pretty fucking weak. WrestleMania 42. It's pretty weak. Pretty weak. Okay, so we got Night one, Logan Paul, Austin Theory, ISO Speed versus the Usos and LA Knight. Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan. Women's Intercontinental Championship, AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. Women's Tag Team Champion, Nia Jax. Oh, it's a 4-way. Yeah, Nia Jax, Lash Legend versus Charlotte Flair versus Alexis Bliss. Bailey, Lyra Valkyria. I like her. Lyra Valkyria, I like her. And Nikki and Brie Bella. Then we got Seth Rollins versus Gunther. And then the WWE Championship is Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Randy should win this. So let's give a prediction. Predictions. This should go to the Usos and LA Knight. This should go to Jacob Fatu because he's already called them out. Said, if I'm not losing, I'm not dropping the match to Drew. I think Stephanie keeps the title. I think AJ Lee keeps the belt. I think my favorite tag girls right now, Nia and Lash, keep the belt here. I personally don't care who wins this match, but I would not be surprised if they give it to Seth. And definitely Randy Orton is going to beat Cody Rhodes for sure. Night number 2, I think Brock will drop and push Obafemi. So I think Obafemi gets the win. IC Championship, Penta versus Javon Evans versus Dragon Lee versus JD McDonough versus Rusev versus Rey Mysterio. I don't know. Maybe Javon, maybe Penta keeps the belt. I don't know. Women's Championship, they better give it to Jade Cargill. And just let her have it. United States Championship, it should be Trick. But Sami Zayn is a Israeli Jew. Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio should be Dominic, and the World Heavyweight Championship should be Roman Reigns. Okay. All right. There it is.